Promotions, Richie DeGreg. So we'll be back after this commercial break from our sponsors.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey, it's Tony Schiavone, formerly of WCW, and I'm almost desperately out of time, but I want to remind you, you're listening to the Indie Super Show on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Frankenstein Wrestling Superstore, selling wrestling memorabilia from all around the world, including WWE, Impact Wrestling, Japan, Mexico, and the very best of the independents. They've got action figures, DVDs, autographed memorabilia, t-shirts, magazines, trading cards, stickers, vintage video games, and more. Plus, stop in and get tickets for great promotions such as UWA Elite, CZW, and many others. Located indoors at the world-famous English Town Flea Market, Blue Building Booths, 46 through 48 on 90 Wilson Avenue in Manalapan Township, New Jersey. Open every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Log on to Facebook.com/FunkensteinINC for more information.
What it do, baby boo? This is Casey Two Scoops Spinelli, and you're listening to the Indie Super Show on the Damage 365 Radio Network. Ba-bam!
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head?
Hey, wrestling promoters and booking agents. You know where you can get inexpensive prints of your hired talent? Right here at Fast Copy Printing Center, located in the Pearl of the Bay Shore. That's right. Whether you need 8x10s, 11x17s, posters, long format, or even weatherproof signs, we can do it all. We also can create promotional items for your business, such as pens, business cards, drink koozies, banners, or just a coffee mug. Stop on down to Fast Copy Print Center, 81 Broad Street in Keyport, New Jersey, or just call at 732-739-4646. No job is too big and satisfaction is guaranteed. Tell them Damage 365 sent you.
This is Saraya Knight, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio. You want to play with me, boy?
What's going on, people? This is the King of Chaos, Logan Black, and you can catch me every Thursday night along with the boss man, Warriors of Wrestling's own Joey B, as we do our live Facebook Q&As on Facebook Live. Feel free to hop on in with any questions, comments, just about anything that pops into your head, and we're going to talk about it. We've got our own segments, we've got our own things to talk about every week, including what's pissing Joey off today. That's right, check us out on Facebook Live or right after the show. Damage 365 Radio Network. Check us out on there. It's posted. You can listen to it at any point that you want. I suggest listening to it sooner than later. Trust me, you've got nothing better to do. That's Thursday nights, 10 o'clock, Facebook Live, or right afterwards on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
animals, come out and play. This is Nyla Rose and Native Beast, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
WarriorsOfWrestling.com. See roster profiles of past and present Warriors of Wrestling stars. Over 50 highlight videos of Warriors of Wrestling events, full-length matches, order tickets to future Warriors of Wrestling events, and an extensive DVD collection featuring past events, compilations, documentaries, and much, much more. Only at WarriorsOfWrestling.com.
This is Caitlin Diamond, and you're listening to the Indie Super Show on the Damage 365 Radio Network. And it's time to party like a rock star, a Roppongi rock star.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to our sponsors, as always. Again, thanks to Jeff Lowe of Mania Marketing, and of course, WWE legend Lanny Poffo. Right now, we welcome in Richie DiGregorio of RDP Promotions. Welcome back, Rich.
What's going on, Kev? How's everything?
Not bad. Not bad. A little less dramatic and entertaining as the last couple of shows. But, you know, there's going to be weeks where we're not ripping someone's head off.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't make this a bad habit.
Yeah. We want to get back into the habit of, you know, exposing the garbage. I mean, not that we're not gonna do that anyway, but this is a different kind of garbage. But let's stay on the topic of Wrestlecon real quick, because you just made an announcement earlier today. I think your fourth guest, is this your fourth and final guest?
Yes, it's my fourth and final guest joining us on. I believe he's staying the whole weekend. I still have to air out the details, but he'll definitely do that Friday and Saturday. Former WWE and TNA superstar, former TNA World Champion, Mr. Ken Anderson. And pre-sales are up on the website right now as we speak, and that website is www.richiedegreg.promotions.weebly.com.
Okay, and he joins former WWE and TNA star D'Lo Brown, former Impact champion Madison Rayne, well, Impact Knockouts champion, sorry, Madison Rayne, and of course former WWE star and former TNA Impact Knockouts champion Brooke Adams, if I am correct.
That is correct.
And I did that without looking at the screen. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, well, you know me. All I do is repeat.
Yes, man. RDP. Wake up, eat, book, Brooke, repeat.
Yes. Brooke, I hope you're not listening.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna have a shirt made. She's gonna wear it.
Oh boy.
Of course, it'll have to be a tank top for her, because who the hell wants to see Brooke in a t-shirt?
Nobody wants to see Brooke in a t-shirt.
Exactly. Oh man, so how much you looking forward to New Orleans?
You know, I'm very, very nervous. I'm also extremely excited because everybody has been talking to me, do it, you got to do it, and now taking a leap of faith and taking the show on the road for the first time outside of the tri-state area. I am very nervous, but I'm very positive and hoping that it'll be a very good, profitable weekend.
I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be, regardless, it's going to be an experience, a learning experience. As Richie is officially on public transit.
Yes, on the bus. We just got back on Highland Boulevard.
All right, the bus talks to you.
Oh, yeah. Modern technology.
Well, if anybody wants to track down Richie, you can just listen into the announcements, and you can go find him and track the bus. But
I ain't hard to find.
Wrestlecon, it's gonna be experience, profitable or not. It's gonna be a good experience for anybody who does this business. It's a totally different atmosphere. It's so organized, and the international flavor that you're gonna see. And I can tell you right now, 85% of my pre-sales thus far have been overseas.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. It's, you know, and that's kind of like to culture. You know, they plan ahead. They make their purchases early. You know, they go there, show their receipt, get their stuff, boom, 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 boom. They don't putz around with money. They don't have to deal with the currency conversion of taking their money, converting into U.S. money. So I mean, it's smart if you think about it. Anybody who lives out of country doing Wrestlecon, it's smart to get pre-sales. You know, I mean, I don't know how that works out. How much, you know, if a combo's $40, I don't know how much they actually have to pay for. You know, on their end, we're still going to get our 40, but I don't know how much they're actually laying out. You know, if our money's worth more than theirs.
Yeah, I mean, well, let me ask you this: if your majority of pre-sales come from overseas, how many actual people do spend the day up?
How many actually do what?
How many people? Majority of the fans, do they spend money at the show?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And even the people who do the pre-sales, they'll come to the table and then realize that you have merchandise on the table that, you know, obviously you're not going to put on the pre-sale page because there'd just be entirely too much stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And then they'll buy that. I mean, we blew through 2.5 dozen books for Eric Bischoff last year. About a dozen magazines, a couple of the NWO stock cars. Bunch of figures, cards, you know, a bunch of that stuff. So, you know, they get a lot of them get their photo ops and their 8x10 signatures or the signature of whatever they're bringing. But when they see the stuff on the table, they tend to jump at, you know, merchandise and things like that. So it's, yeah. And your local, I'm not going to say local, but your local to home United States fans, they do purchase stuff at the show, so it's not just a pre-sale. I would love for it to be pre-sale only, to be honest with you. If that would be great, because then you don't have to worry about dealing with money in your pocket and stuff like that. You can pay all your talent before they even step their foot into Louisiana. You can, you know, pay them via PayPal immediately. So
yeah,
that'd be perfect in a perfect world.
In a perfect world, but,
exactly. And one of the reasons why it's not a perfect world, promoters like Michael Lombardi, whose real name is Michael O'Brien, though, you know, apparently he had to change his name because people didn't like him. I mean, you can Google this guy. There's not a nice thing said about him. But I'm not going to base my opinion on everybody else's, but I have to base my opinion on just my small interaction with this guy. Now, he runs Northeast Wrestling, known as NEW. From what I understand, it's a nice show. They do some really cool things. They run a wrestling type fan fest at a show called WrestleFest. And they've brought in some big names. I'm sure you can check them out on Facebook. But they, you know, before I get into my beef with him and how it escalated, I know you had an interaction problem with him when you brought talent. So I'm gonna let you go with that.
Well, in all honesty, I mean, it wasn't on miscommunication. Whether he forgot to tell me or I missed it completely, which I don't think I did. And because if that was the case, I probably would have not have gone to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I got invited by Mike. We did some business over about this past June. We did a little business together. I had Jake the Snake Roberts booked for Legends of the Ring, and I was bringing in Teddy Long. And he wanted to book Jake for some baseball stadium show that they were having that Saturday night. So he was, you know, we worked something out where Jake got an extra booking Saturday night. We split the